Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, NASA rebukes Russian cosmonauts for ISS presumed political statement. Drone competition pits man against machine. And Super Hornet blown from carrier deck. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. NASA rebukes Russian cosmonauts for ISS presumed political statement. The worsening enmity between the U.S. and Russia took a dive when 3 Russian cosmonauts aboard the International Space Station posed with flags NASA construed to be anti-Ukraine. Photos were subsequently posted to the Telegram channel of Roscosmos. The images depicted 3 cosmonauts holding the flags of the Luhansk People's Republic and the Donetsk People's Republic, 2 Russian-backed separatist regions in Ukraine. A caption read, quote, "Liberation Day of the Luhansk People's Republic. We celebrate both on Earth and in space," end quote. The post followed the July 3rd capture of the city of Lysychansk by Russian forces. Lysychansk was the last major city held by Ukraine in Luhansk, Ukraine's easternmost province. The caption went on to congratulate the head of the Luhansk People's Republic, Leonid Pazechnik, on the new day of the great victory. NASA Press Secretary Jackie McGinnis stated, quote, "NASA strongly rebukes Russia using the International Space Station for political purposes to support its war against Ukraine, which is fundamentally inconsistent with the station's primary function among the 15 international participating countries to advance science and develop technology for peaceful purposes," end quote. McGinnis's indignation belies assertions by NASA officials that their relationship with Roscosmos remains strong, despite growing political tension between the U.S. and Russia over Ukraine. After the break, American airmen laid to rest after 78 years.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some other interesting stories. American airmen laid to rest after 78 years. 78 years of uncertainty has ended for the family of Technical Sergeant William F. Teef of Steubenville, Ohio, 26, after being sent to a Nazi prisoner of war camp. Department of Defense officials have announced that Sergeant Teef's remains were positively identified after being unearthed in Lithuania by a team comprising personnel of the Defense Prisoner of War Missing in Action Accounting Agency and a Lithuanian archaeological organization. Sergeant Teef was a radio operator aboard a B-17 Flying Fortress. NBAA President addresses Congress. NBAA President and CEO Ed Bolin addressed Congress for purpose of providing lawmakers information and guidance germane to the development of policies beneficial to the U.S. and international general aviation sectors. In testimony before the U.S. House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure Aviation Subcommittee, Bolin urged lawmakers to facilitate the advancement of nascent aerospace enterprises, such as advanced air mobility, and to safeguard both the privacy of the flying public and the Earth's environment. Edwards AFB hosts unique combat experience. Edwards recently hosted several rounds of training in a contemporary combat doctrine known as Agile Combat Employment, or ACE training. Developed by the USAF to counter near-peer threats, Agile Combat Employment is a means by which to rapidly deploy aircraft and other tactical assets across widely dispersed locales within an operational theater without sacrificing combat capability. Expressed plainly, ACE permits the USAF to fight on its feet without the need for ponderous infrastructure such as airfields and McDonald's. U.S. DOT seeks to dictate airline seat assignments. DOT has urged airlines to make it easier for families to sit together on commercial aircraft. The U.S. federal government has prioritized the matter of who sits where on airplanes. The DOT said in a notice to airlines that the carriers should, quote, do everything that they can to ensure the ability of a child 13 or younger to sit next to an older family member, end quote. The department states it has received more than 500 complaints in the last 5 years about families being unable to sit together. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Drone competition pits man against machine. The University of Zurich hosted a trio of champion human drone racers as they squared off against a number of autonomous racing quad-rotor drones developed by Professor David Scaramuzza's Robotics and Perception Group. Professor Scaramuzza's research lies at the intersection of robotics, computer vision, and machine learning. His contributions to autonomous, vision-based drone navigation has won Scaramuzza prestigious prizes and promoted his divinization among nerds. Sophisticated sensors and fast computing enable powerful and agile robots like a drone to autonomously execute high-speed maneuvers beyond the abilities of all but the most accomplished human unmanned aerial system operators, or drone pilots. 1 year ago, autonomous racing quadrotors from Scaramuzza's Robotics and Perception Group, an assemblage of robotics researchers at the University of Zurich, prevailed in a contest against the world's best drone pilots. This year, a rematch will pit drone speedsters Thomas Bitmata, Alex Vanover, and Marvin Schopper against similar machines, albeit with a few key rule changes enacted to level the playing field, as it were. In the first contest, the drones enjoyed the significant advantage of being guided by a motion capture system that provided the contraption's very high-resolution, real-time position information. The 2022 race disallows such techno-tomfoolery. The competing drones will benefit from neither motion capture systems nor off-board guidance computers. After the break, Super Hornet blown from carrier deck.
Are you tired of tucking your phone under your headset to make a call and having cords and adapters strewn about the cockpit? Experience wireless cell phone communications and your personal music with Pilot Communications BlueLink 2. BlueLink 2 gives you a wearable link to 2 Bluetooth-enabled devices at the same time and can even control your phone and music. Use BlueLink 2 with your existing headset or a Pilot Communications headset from pilot-usa.com.
Whether you're charting a steady course or pushing for the ceiling, Hartzell Propeller has been elevating flight for over 100 years. It's in our passion for engineering and research. It's in our dedication to testing the limits of performance and creating propellers that are as safe as they are sexy. Now, together with our dedicated family of companies, we're propelling the future of aviation. We are Hartzell Propeller, built on honor.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Welcome back. Super Hornet blown from carrier deck. An FA-18 Super Hornet assigned to the carrier air wing aboard the U.S. Navy aircraft carrier Harry S. Truman blew off the great ship's flight deck and into the Mediterranean Sea on Friday, July 8th, so says a statement subsequently released by the U.S. Navy. The mishap occurred as the Truman, CVN-75, and the 8th of the U.S. Navy's Nimitz-class aircraft carriers, was conducting a replenishment at sea. Shortly after the successful completion of the provisioning operation, the ship was hit by what Stars and Stripes, the American military newspaper, called, quote, an unexpected brief period of intense winds and heavy rains, end quote, which impelled the $80 million jet overboard. No one was aboard the FA-18 as it plummeted into the drink. One sailor was otherwise injured in the squall but is reportedly in stable condition and anticipated to make a full recovery. While Navy aircraft occasionally wind up in the sea during flight operations, instances of planes being blown or heaved overboard are exceedingly rare. Because congressional appropriations committees take a dim view of multi-million-dollar naval assets embarking on unscheduled one-way sorties to the ocean floor, forecasts of rough seas or heavy weather catalyze immediate and vigorous shipboard efforts to secure aircraft, tractors, carts, etc. to the flight deck. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!